What's up, everyone? Trendkilltoys here. Got a new figure to review. I know it's been a while, but I finally got a figure here to review. I've been looking forward to this one. This is the Joytoy Frontline Chaos 1/12 Rin Sniper. Now, this is a 1/12 cloth action figure, and I'm always a big fan of 1/12 action figures with cloth on it. And I like the design of this one, and I like the style. So, a friend of mine is letting me borrow this one. They got it from a Japanese site a little bit earlier. I got all of them pre-ordered on Big Bad, and they come out a little bit slower there, so I'm still waiting for mine. So the packaging is pretty plain and simple. It's not flashy or anything like that. It does have nice art on the front of the character there. It's, anime style, so that's pretty cool. And the box is green, obviously. I like green, so. And then it's just one of those simple figure boxes, almost like a shoebox style. You just open it up. You got some foam, and you got the figure. The jacket wasn't on the figure. I think the jacket is always behind the figure, but I put the jacket on. So that's one of the hands. So the figure does come with a small amount of hands, only 4. The 2 that are on it, and then the 2 extra. But I guess that's fine because it does have cloth on it. But looking at the rest of the figures on pre-order from the same series, they have a lot more hands, and it's the same price. So I don't know what's going on there. It does come with a extra packet of salt. You also get this rifle. It does have kind of a space futuristic theme to it. Not the biggest fan of that, but I think it does work well, and it does look cool, and that's really the important thing here. And we'll take a look at the clothes up close. Now, I thought the clothes were going to feel papery, like some other 1/12 cloth figures, but this is a little bit more, it is kind of thin, but it feels a little bit more durable and just higher quality than some of the other 1/12 cloth action figures that are out there. Buckles here, which are plastic, so that's cool. I don't know if this is actual metal, but it is shinier, so I guess it must be metal. So that's cool. The details really show. There's also some kind of weathering on it too, that brown, from the green to brown, so that's cool. This is actually like a faux leather or pleather material here, so that's pretty cool how they have a mixture of textures and mixture of material. It makes it stand out, gives it a higher quality. Then you can unzip the jacket, so the zipper does work, no problems there. Although one time when I was taking when I was zipping the jacket up, I went too far and the zipper came off, but it was easy to put back on. It's probably easier to take the jacket off once you have the hands off. The hands are pretty easy to take off, and the first problem is, so there's a crack in the button here where the other end of the button goes into, so it's not the strongest hold, and that's probably just a problem with this figure. So I'm hoping the other one that I pre-ordered doesn't have that problem, but that is a problem that you might run into as well, so just be aware of that. And also, just this shirt material is kind of thin. It is a little bit see-through, and this figure does not have an undershirt. The chest is anatomically correct, so you gotta be wary of that. Luckily, I do have a 1/12 undershirt from GPS lot, so that is an option that you have. The tie doesn't really lay right, so it's okay. The back sticks out right here where the band of the tie. The tie is okay. I think it could have been better if it was sewn on to the shirt. Also, the way that the shirt and the skirts attach is these metal buttons. It's not Velcro, so don't expect it to be easy to take on and off like Velcro is. But I guess these metal buttons are a little bit more sturdier, maybe more durable, but like I said, you might run into the problem where there's a crack in it, then it's not as strong of a connection as it should be. And the shirt is tucked in to the skirt, and then you have the tights that are on the figure, which are way better material than I was expecting. I was expecting like a cheaper, thinner material, again, like I've seen on other 1/12 cloth action figures, but these are actually thicker, and they feel a lot more durable, and it just looks a lot better. It's not completely see-through, so it's opaque. And then the shoes are pretty cool. Again, they're green, you know, tying in the whole outfit. I guess we'll take a look at the head sculpt. It's nicely painted. The paint application is good. There's some shininess to the eyes and the lips, so that's good attention to detail. The hair is a nice color, again tying in that whole green aesthetic, so that's cool. I guess I'll put the hands on. So the head is on a... So there's no articulation at the base of the neck. All the articulation is in the dumbbell joint. So that gives you an okay amount. It's not a lot, but you can look down that far. Look up. Just pretty much straightforward, not even looking up. And then tilting is pretty minimal, but there is some tilt there. And of course rotation. Another thing you can do is remove the hair. So I'll get into that later. We'll do some experimenting with that. Then at the shoulders, they go out that far. It's not really hindered by the cloth. It's hindered by the actual sculpting of the shoulder. That's just because of that's how the figure's made. It's not because of the cloth. But it goes up that far. You do have a bicep swivel. I guess it's kind of hidden by the clothes there. Also double elbow joint. Now here's another problem with the figure, is the elbow joint on this one, it separates. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but it is like it's not attached all the way. Normally figures will have the pin going through the joint all the way through, connecting both sides of the elbow together, but it looks like it came detached on one side. And my theory is that it probably came detached on both sides because the upper joint here of the elbow on this arm is actually frozen. So it looks like it was broken. Somebody glued it, because it doesn't move. Only the bottom elbow joint moves, not the top one. So I'm assuming it was broken. They glued it. And then, you know, here we are now. So that's a problem you might run into, that it might be broken. That's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Again, I'm hoping the one that I pre-ordered from Big Bad doesn't have these kind of problems, or doesn't have as many problems, but who knows, we'll have to wait and find out. The wrist articulation is decent. The torso, so you have two dumbbell joints, one in the upper torso and then one in the lower torso. So that gives you that much forward, more back, which that doesn't make sense to me when figures do that. Like, if you can get that much back, you should be able to get that much forward. So I don't know why most figures arc back more than forward. I feel like if it arcs, like if you can engineer it to do that, you can engineer it to do the same amount of articulation moving forward. Side to side is pretty good, but as you can see, the shirt does come untucked. That's probably because the skirt is not on all the way. The attachment is not strong back here because it is cracked. Now the leg articulation, we'll check that out. Oh, and the torso does swivel, of course, as you'd expect. So now this is actually pretty surprising too. I thought because the leggings were thicker, maybe it might hinder articulation, but it's a nice stretchy material, so you can go out that far. You can kick forward perfectly, so that's nice. And it doesn't move back at all, which is whatever, doesn't matter. The knee joints are still, you know, they work 100% even with the leggings. That's cool. The knee joint does kind of look weird though, and I guess so do the elbow joints for the most part. But and then the ankle joints are decent enough. You know, you do get enough movement there. Here's what it looks like with the gun. It's not, the hands are pretty soft. They're not super soft, but they are soft enough to get the gun in there without any problems. So that's cool that they made the plastic for the hands softer. And yeah, I think it looks pretty sick with the gun. And you can get kind of a decent aiming pose. So that's pretty cool. Here's the inside of the jacket. This is like a thin material there. That's what it looks like with the jacket on. So I think that's kind of a cool look. Now we'll do some height comparisons. So the figure stands at about almost right on 6 inches. Like just about 6 inches, like an actual 6-inch figure. Sometimes imports run a little smaller. Like they'll say they're 1/12, but they're actually a tiny bit smaller than 6 inches. But this is right on 6 inches, so that's cool. Here it is next to a Marvel Legends Iron Man. Here's a McFarlane Doom guy. Here's a G.I. Joe Commando Snake Eyes. Here's the Marvel Legends Hulk Maestro. And this is the one that I did increase the articulation. Check out that video if you haven't. Here's a Mattel Elite AJ Styles. Here's a Star Wars Black Series Anakin Skywalker. And the Black Series line does run a little smaller than 6 inch, just by a tiny bit. But I guess it could still work. Actually, probably not. I think Anakin is a tall guy, so that's probably not accurate at all. And here's some of the other cloth action figures that I have. Here's the Felix Toys Rorschach. Here's the Lim Toys Leon. Here's the Patriot Studio Zombie. And the Patriot Studio Joker. So I think this cloth quality is probably the best. It's actually like thick. I don't know why he's so dirty. He's got like crap all over his pants. Here's a PW Toys Leon. And this one's the best one. Like, I still think it's the best one. There's no other figure that's come to that quality. I guess this one is kind of close. The jacket is really good. But I mean the shirt and the skirt and the way that everything attaches is just not as good as this. I think this is the most natural looking. The quality is really good on this one. And it attaches by Velcro, and I've had this for a while. The Velcro has not like worn down or anything. It still works pretty good. It doesn't work like brand new, but it still works. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the metal buttons or Velcro. Let me know which one you guys prefer and which one you think holds up longer. And here's the PW Toys Ada Wong. This one's kind of shorter, so the camera does not angled properly to capture the height, but this one is a little bit shorter. And here's the YM Toys Ada Wong on a TB League body. So that's all the cloth 1/12 cloth figures I own. Now we'll get into the fun part. We're going to start doing some head swaps and things like that. I guess I'll start off with the hair swaps. This is kind of something that I've been interested since I found out that you can take the hair off. So I got some other hair. This is a Marvel Legends hairpiece. Right, that doesn't fit. Alright, that one doesn't fit either. I don't think any of these are going to fit. Right, so none of those work. But one thing you can do with figures that you can take the hair off is put helmets on them. So here is a Gridiron helmet. Night vision. So that's kind of sick. So that works. That's cool. I'll do another one. This is also Gridiron. So again, that works. So that's good to know. Again, this is good to know what works and what doesn't. Now let's see if this fits on other figures. So I do have some bald women figures here. So, I mean, I guess that kind of works. It looks weird, though. Alright, that just looks bad. And I know you guys have been wanting to see this. Sergeant Slaughter with hair now. Let's try some head swaps on this figure. Here's a Marvel Legends Silk head. So that's not bad. I mean, that works. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's pretty sick. Here's a G.I. Joe Classified Lady J. I don't know why her arms are off, but this is one of the bodies that I've cut the ball joint off so you can put more heads on it, and you know, that looks pretty good. Might have to put some tack. That's not too bad, so that will work as well. And here's kind of the last idea that I had. Here's the Marvel Legends siren head on the body, and I think it looks pretty good. Again, you might have to use some tack. That's all I have to say about this figure. I think it's a pretty good figure. There's some things that they have to fix, and I'm hoping the other releases don't have these same kind of problems. I'm hoping they get the QC straightened out, and I'm hoping that they can just make these figures better. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the rest of them in the series. Like I said, I got them all pre-ordered from Big Bad, but you know, Big Bad, they're a little bit slower than everyone else, but eventually they'll come out. I just hope they don't all come out at once. Then I have to pay a lot at the same time, and that would not be good. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this figure. Let me know what you think about the review. Follow my Instagram in the description to see more pictures of this figure and all the other figures that I have. And also, here's a sneak peek at what the next review is going to be on. I just got this Marvel Legends 3-pack, so I'll be checking that out in the next review. So if you want to see that, you got to subscribe so you can check it out once the review comes out. Anyways, guys, that's all I got. I'll see you in the next one.